day humans, and welcome to my channel, Fishing with a Local. Today we're going to be answering two questions. Can you fish in a storm, and is it any good? We've got an east coast low winding up. It's the middle of May, and we're going to get out and try and catch some fish here. I've got the Fishing with a Local famous whiting rigs already on here. If you've been watching me, you've seen these before. If you've been out on my fishing experiences, you'll know what they can do. Absolutely deadly on the sand whiting and the bread and butter species. We like tackle fishing, so it's a bit rough out there. I'm going to go for one of these little size 1 star sinkers today. That's the star sinker I'm going to be putting on. And the way we put them on the rigs, we take our dropper loop and we thread them through the eye, and then we open up the loop and put the lead through the loop, and just like magic, well, I'll be ready to go and get some bait. Now, I managed to keep these beach worms 3 days. They're left over from a fishing experience that I did a few days ago. Customers caught about, 40 fish. It's a pretty cool experience. Both hooks, baited up, ready to go. Star sinker, light tackle fishing, Fishing with a Local whiting rigs. You can buy them on my website, fishingwithalocal.com, or DM me for more details. Quality Gamakatsu hooks, atomic line, just your normal Kmart sinkers. You don't have to spend heaps and heaps of money to go out on a family adventure. This sort of fishing, this light tackle fishing, is perfect for family fun fishing. Not expensive when you can get your own bait. You need to be able to get yourself these beach worms. So I do teach that as well. Right, let's go down and cast this one out. I'm sure you guys are shaking all over the place. We are on 60km/h winds today. There's a few blue bottles around, got an onshore wind, sort of southwesterly, south wind, east coast low starting. Let's cast out. This will be my first cast. There's all sorts of debris and stuff floating around out there. You never know what you're going to get. Might have to put my hood up to stop my hat from blowing away. So it's 13 degrees when I got out of the car. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so we're fishing late morning. First cast, beach worms. There may be some fish here, there might not be. It was way, way too windy to fish the place I wanted to fish. We are actually out of the wind a little bit where we are today. We're in the lee of a headland. We're at the south end of a beach with a headland sticking out, blocking some of that south wind. But I'm quite excited. I like fishing these stormy conditions. G'day, mate. Not yet. Be about 30 seconds. So I put the star sinker on, anticipating quite a bit of current. And my star sinker's not moving at all. So if I don't pick up a fish this time, what I'll do is when I cast in a minute, I will use I'll use a pair drop sinker. Sometimes in these stormy conditions with a lot of rain, some of the fish will spawn up on the beaches, like the tar wines and the sand whiting. They like a bit of a flood event. What a nibble then. But sometimes you need to sacrifice the first couple casts to figure out what's going on. I'm thinking I might be able to use a different sinker to this. Let it drift around a bit more. It's about 3.5 hours to high tide. I've got this little weather window, so I didn't want to wait any later. I thought I'd just come down, catch a handful of fish before the real rain starts. They're forecasted anything from 50 to 150 millimetres of rain in the next couple of days. And although the fishing might be good, I don't really want to be out in that unless I have to. All right, getting little taps now. have drifted over in the corner. So I think this lead sinker's okay. We have moved a little bit. We have covered a little bit of ground. Had a few little bites. I'll be in close right now, but on a steep beach, we're fishing quite a steep beach, quite a steep gradient beach. Sometimes the fish can be coming right under your feet. That wind's died off. All right. Well, we didn't catch anything that time. There is a little bit of weed in the water, to be expected in these big storms. Right, get it straight back out again. So guys, we're still on the hunt for some fish. The last spot we went to was super rough, really big swell. It was out the wind, but there was a lot of seaweed coming through the area. I had 3 or 4 casts, it was unfishable. So we've jumped in our car, we've headed up into the heart of the Illawarra, hidden ourselves behind a break wall, in the lee of a break wall, and we're in some much, much calmer water. Now, the amazing thing is, the surf's really good and there's no surface here, so we're super lucky they would spook the fish. So we're just gonna try next to this breakwater. So will we catch the fish at this spot? If you're not catching, move. We weren't catching before. I packed up, I left, less than half an hour and I'm back in the water fishing. So we'll give this a cast out. Right, I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh worm on this top hook. Like so. And let's see if there's any fish in Shell Harbour. Just take my sandals off. So it's not rough now, so I just went for a little half cast. No point putting a full power cast in at first. The fish might be right under our feet here. I'm not sure exactly what the time is now. It's a much later high tide today. It's one of the smallest tides of the month. Not normally your best fishing tide, but on the best fishing tides, I'm running my fishing experiences, so I only get to come out normally when the tides aren't great. But considering the conditions, it's actually very nice here. I've never fished this beach before. Hooray! Oh, missed it. Well, that's nice, a bite on the first cast. What happened then is I was getting a little bit close to the rock, so I went to wind it in and it hit. So obviously the fish like the movement. Hooray! Oh, he's back, he's nibbling. Got him, yes. Got a hook up on the first cast. Let's see if we can get him in. Oh, nice. Fighting, he's pulling hard. Excellent. We'll see what we got. All right. We've got ourselves a fingerling sand whiting. So just a baby little sand whiting, but it's our first cast. Lip hooked, it'll be going straight back. Boom, there they go. Right. Catch and release, he's released. Right, we'll go for cast number 2. Don't think we got to cast that far. Once again, that was just about a third of the cast. Let's see if we pick up a bite. We had 2 bites then. Picked up a very small sand whiting. But it's early days. It's amazing that there's so many really little sand whitings around so late into the autumn, because normally I expect to see these really little ones in the spring, you know, December time, November, and then by this time of the year in the autumn, normally the sand whiting are all pretty big, a good size, but not this year. Weather's, you know, weather's a bit different, warm water events, bad fisheries management, all sorts of things making it more difficult to predict the seasons, where the fish will be, how many fish will be around. A very different spot. The water's crystal clear where I am here today. The last spot we went to, the water was extremely murky. Very brown, lots of seaweed, lots of current moving. The surf was about 3 meters where we were earlier, and here it's about 1 and a bit. Right, so we're out on the sandbar where the surfers would be if there were any. Can't believe how good the surf is, and there's no people. Feels like I got a crab on there. Right guys, some little bites, but I think we're in a place where we're getting hounded by little fish. Lots of little fish around. Little fingerling sand whitings. Now the sun's out. It's supposed to be 150 mil of rain coming potentially, according to the Department of Meteorology. So we'll just try one close to the rock, see if there's any brim. The amount of crabs, I've already caught about 15 crabs, and they're stripping my baits. There's obviously not a lot of brim in this area, so there wouldn't be so many crabs, they'd eat them. So if you're fishing a beach that, you know, whenever you put a dead bait out, the crabs are just on it, put all the brim back. They'll eat the crabs. Now, even though there's a little white in here, you just never know if there's a slightly bigger shoal cruising around the same area. If the little ones are here, there would be some food here, so there's no reason why there should be some bigger ones around. It may just be that the big ones are only around on the high tide at the moment. But you've got to come out and fish when you can in these stormy conditions. And you can catch fish. We've already caught 2 little sand whiting. And they could switch on any time, or this could be it. I don't know if I'll go to another spot if I pull the pin here in 5 minutes. Might wait till tomorrow or the next day, get some more worms before the floods start. So at least I've got some. See, it's raining over there in Wollongong. You see that? You see sheet rain coming down over Port Kembla there. Okay, come on. What to do? Little cast over there. Right, little cast into the inside trough. Come on, fishies. They're just not feeding. Whoa, nibble, nibble. Yes, got one. Here we go, guys. Finally, after about 15 minutes. What we got? What we got here? What we got? And bring it in. Mr. Whiting. We'll measure this one. Maybe legal, maybe not legal. To get the ruler of truth. Don't know if you guys can see there. 28. It's not your lucky day, Mr. Sam Whiting. See if we can get... See if they've just come on the chew or whether that was just a bigger one out of the shoal of small ones. The other two were small. They were like 15 centimetres. That one was 28 plus. And with all fishing, sand whiting in particular, they can come on like a switch. You might get a gradual build up. Only takes a couple double hookups and you are back in the game. I've only got a couple beach worms left. I would love, for me, 3 sand whitings perfect for a feed. Arguably one of the most delicious fish that we can catch. I could start a bit of a ruckus in the comment section, but even better than flathead. Although flathead will always be the people's favourite. They are in close. You can't really see my line, but it is in close. Right, so I'm going to head off in a minute. You can see a big rain cloud coming. It's probably only minutes away. But it's good to get outside in the storm. We got 1 legal sand whiting, 2 undersize. Building swell. Building up from like 3 metres today. It's meant to be 6 metres potentially tomorrow and the next day. Huge winds, pressure's up and down, makes the water go up and down a little bit, the synoptic pressure. Not a good day for rock fishing. Right, better get out of here. Go throw my worms in the water. Uh-oh, some of them might still be alive, although I bet the seagulls get them. Broke my lid. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're heading off. This was storm fishing, so went on a bit of an adventure, caught a few fish. Wasn't the best fishing session ever, but you can get out in the bad weather and still have plenty of fun on the Illawarra and South Coast beaches.